global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Right now, every Nigerian have moved on ever since the Fubara saga, where he did mention that it's not about him, it's not about that his spirit has left the government, and he even berated his supporters. It looks as if right now the activities or the inaction of Fubara is now haunting his followers, as a lot of searchlight is upon them. Fubara right now is now in a situation that one will call a dilemma. But let's find out what is going on in Rivers State and what is going on. The question is, will Fubara be reinstated as at when due? Let's find out in a moment. But before we do that, kindly subscribe, like, share, and also comment where necessary in our comment section. According to the news, Ambassador Musa Saidu, the chairman of Arewa South South and the head of the task force on pipeline vandalism, product monitoring, illegal bunkering for the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IP-MAN, has actually accused Fubara, has lauded the recent peace development in Rivers State, attributing the reconciliation to divine intervention and the leadership of the key political figures. And during an interview, Saidu emphasized the significance of peace to the progress and security of Rivers State, stating that the conflict should not have occurred in the first place. He said, "Thank you very much for having me, and let me say peace is necessary, because without peace, there would be no development, and this issue shouldn't have even arisen based on those that are making peace now. We are coming from the same group, the same party, though I will not say the same. I don't know whether the same ideology," Saidu said. He underscored that peace is vital for the security of life and property in Rivers State, and for the security of people of Rivers State, and for the progress of the state. He described the recent reconciliation as an answered prayers. It is God that has answered our prayers. Let our leaders understand themselves, work together as we were working before, so that there will be peace and progress. Saudi credited the genesis of the peace process to the intervention of prominent figures. This peace started when Chief Magnus, that's Barrister Magnus, and the former governor of Rivers State, Barrister Wike, who now is the FCT minister, came together to make peace. Now they're working together. It's very good. It's a very good development. However, Saudi did not shy away from criticizing those he believes have fueled the conflict. Let me tell you that, as you know, when it happened, I mentioned it. I received a lot of insult, especially from the Fubara boys, because they don't want anything peace, because, crisis is business. He blamed the internal handlers of Governor Similalayi Fubara for escalating tensions. Now, these people are from the same group, he said. The same people. Why are they quarreling? Why are they fighting? Because those that are serving them don't want to make, are the people, engineering this crisis, don't plenty. Let's continue. Saidu concluded by praising Governor Fubara's apparent decision to reconcile with his political benefactor. We thank God that the governor had realized that his enemies are within his kitchen, inside his kitchen, and now he has gone to his boss. We like it or not, Wike is his boss. God destined him to be governor, and God made him governor through Wike. Nobody can take that from Wike. He has done that, and God has actualized it, so we are grateful to God for it. But he didn't stop there. He also went further to speak on what is going on in Fubara's camp, and the fact that Fubara probably didn't even know what was going on. The same Musa Saidu, who happened to also be the chairman of the task force on pipeline vandalism, product monitoring, and illegal bunkering, spoke strongly. Said that he said the decision helped prevent. He said he appreciated the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the National Assembly, and the National Security Advisor for intervening in Rivers crisis by declaring a state of emergency. And that's where we're going to. He said that the decision helped prevent further violence and protected vital national assets, especially oil pipelines. Saudi explained that prior to the governor's tenure, he had personally handled delicate issues such as header-farmer clashes in collaboration with security agencies. However, he said that immediately after Fubara assumed office, those close to him, including the chief of staff, that's Edison. He restricted access to the governor, which allowed insecurity to fester and youth protests to erupt. He commended the sole administrator currently overseeing the state, stating that his cooperation with security agencies has helped restore peace, curb pipeline vandalism, and address communal unrest. In his words, let me quote him word for word. He said, the herdsmen and the farmers issue that has been a problem in Rivers State, which I've personally handled with the state security services before the coming of Fubara. But as soon as Fubara came in, he was not accessible. And those that are close to him, like the chief of staff, made it impossible for people to see him and made it impossible for people to advise him. And the thing has escalated to the position that when killings and protests by Ogoni youth to the government house and to the other security agencies seeking for peace, but the administrator quickly stepped up a committee led by SAG to address these issues. Now they are singing praises of sole administrator Ibas Ette. Is Ibas Ette going to stay in a long time? Will this singing praises of Ibas Ette, would it mean that Fubara is not going to come anytime soon? The fact that they're putting all the blames of insecurity, said there was a lot of security when Fubara was around, and a lot of youth arrest when Fubara was around. And ever since Ibas Ette entered, there's been peace. There's been peace. That it was actually the boys of Fubara that was, engineering problems everywhere. What's your take, honestly?
Well, I think the whole thing here is whenever it comes to politics, people deal with issues based on how beneficial it is to them, especially those who are in the political circle or those who have been benefiting from it. The reason why you see most castigations and all of that is traceable to the fact that when maybe Wike and Fubara was on board, they did not enjoy, because let's be real, everything about insecurity is reported on the social media, reported by media houses. Let him call up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 as the way he's talking. Call it up and tell Nigerians this way the crisis that were looming in this area, and it was not fixed. Most of them were great benefactors of beneficiaries of some Wike. So I mean, right now for them, this is at least good radiance. At least that guy who came in to distort things. I've always been saying there are 3 sets of people in Nigeria, and one, those who are corrupt and those who have lined up to support them because the system, they are enjoying the system. The second set of people are those who are not happy with the corrupt situation. The third are those who are indifferent. What they are only looking at is just getting adapted to every circumstance as it shows up. But then the second set of people, they are only against it because it's not favoring them. The very moment it favors them, you see that they will switch and they will enjoy it. Unfortunately, the situation in Nigeria is such that for one to be excluded from it, you need to really tame yourself so much, So I'm so sure that this guy was one of those who have been enjoying, when this other man was on board. And as I always say, anytime their bosses are on board, they love the fact that they are getting touched by, the financial hands of Nigeria. They just love the fact that they are enjoying, all those benefits. Immediately another person comes, hey, this is it, Wahala, hey. That's the problem we have in Nigeria. That's why I love the fact that Peter Obi said, let's take the whole issue of governance beyond politicking, beyond politics, because that's the crisis we are seeing up till now. Nobody really loves the country. Everybody just wants to be at the center of governance. Anytime they strip power from them, you see them, they rage. Hey, well, why is it like this? Hey, things are not working well just because they're not there. But immediately there are very few people that you see, they are in the government. They are being paid by the government, and they can still say, oh, guy is not doing well in this area, in this area, in this area. Very few people. So it's not about the money. It's not about anything. For me, whatever he's saying, it doesn't make any sense, because it has been a trend. Anybody who is in power, if you think you're going to have access to him the way you've been having access to him, you lie, because he has a lot of things to do. I think that's why the man is so grieved about the Fubara's team. But however, the issue of Fubara coming in rests with the president. Whatever the president will say at the end of the day is what we will take.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation.